Probably, I think they could have probably come together on the education budget much better. The governor and the whole legislation could have worked more closely together as one and passed the budget better, and without a lot of friction, and gotten it out more quickly. I think that would have been much better. Thank you.
Seemed like I was just up here. Let's go back to YouTube. One of the saddest things that can ever happen is what happened in the past legislative session when the altercation ensued there. It never ceases to amaze me how this gentleman, and we won't spend much time on it, was a Democrat, and he runs on a Republican ticket, and he goes to Montgomery and he knocks someone out, and all of a sudden it's okay, the person deserved it. People, the biggest mistake is when we allow folk like that to represent us. And when people all across the country see people like that, guess what? It's a reflection on us, a reflection who we are. And we are not barbarians. We ought to be tired of being number 50 and number 45 and number 40 and number 49. Always when there's some type of survey taken, Alabama falls last. And yet we are supposed to be a progressive people. So one of the biggest mistakes is when we allow folks to just sit around and do nothing. Folks, we work for you, not you for us. And you need to call us into accountability. And we need to get budgets passed. Those are the top priorities. And we need to do it, and we need to do it well. We should not be allowed to do the things that we just witnessed in Montgomery in this past legislative session. Thank you.
I would say one of the biggest problems, probably two, would be the 4-year appraisals, the property appraisals. I have great respect for Governor Riley, but I'm sure this thing on Cullman Underground, they'll probably say that I carry a pen up every time. But Governor Riley took his pen and he signed the 4-year appraisal all by himself. And I think the representatives of Alabama should have gotten together, and I think they should have stopped that. I personally believe 4 years is plenty. Every 4 years of reappraising your property is fine, as well as that, but look at the problem and the paperwork that is created in our Cullman County Courthouse, as well as all courthouses around Alabama, just because of that issue. That's one of the problems. The other second one, I think, problem is eminent domain. As a government, we should not be able to take the property of a public citizen if they paid for that property. We had a problem here this past few months of the gas company sending a line through public property. That gas line should not have been going through public property and taken away from the private people. There's plenty of property along the roadsides owned by the state which that line could have went through. So I would say eminent domain and the 4-year appraisal property would be the two problems I would say that was created the past year.